I hope everyone can hear the laughter and the assumed jokiness of the cannibalism.
There will be no cannibalization.
Okay, chat, quick question, trivia knowledge. Is there any Magic the Gathering card that depicts cannibalism? And if so, what is it called so we can bring it up?
How do you know this?
There is,
No, I don't know this. I'm
in
asking.
fact, a card called Cannibalize.
Oh, we should.
That is a Magic card
Can you pull that up?
from, I believe, Stronghold. And it's,
ooh.
I think, Robert Bliss. It's really ugly art.
That is not a great name for Mike. Mike has Cavern, Cloud Post Factory, Spyglass, Dismember.
Oh, did you mean it's there in the suggestions?
No. Oh, it is.
Alright, and then if you click on the iBuy display capture.
Where?
To the right, up, left, the eyeball with the cross out. Yeah.
That thing?
Yep.
Gross. Gross.
Not cannibalism depicted, though. Just a cannibal.
Weird looking.
I believe there are zombie cards where the zombie
My
is
Delvers,
eating.
they always flip.
Mike's just gonna get wasted here.
Oh yeah, Jordan can...
He's about to get Delvered.
That's gonna
What's
be
about to
awful.
happen?
Is it gonna flip? No.
Nope, didn't
No,
flip.
Didn't flip.
But Wasteland here is just gonna be...
So Tessier did
So it
mulligan.
depends what he did mulligan. He
Yeah.
Had a 6.
Oh, didn't get
A pretty
Wastelanded.
mediocre 6.
I feel
It's
like...
gonna be post into post.
Oh, this is really...
Wow, there's a
And,
Dismember.
Sorcerer's Spyglass is gonna get put on that,
I can't tell if that's an Ulamog next to the Thought Knot. It looks kind of like...
So
Yeah, it's an
Smasher.
It's maybe...
Or Smasher. Sorry, you're on a
Yeah,
Smasher.
it's a Smasher.
Okay, that's a little better.
But he has another post in hand, is that
You
what it
definitely
is?
don't want a
Oh, he drew a second YP.
10 drop in your hand.
So this makes more sense. You
Oh.
start jamming YPs and...
But
increase
next
the
turn,
clock.
he's gonna be able to do the, Sorcerer's Spyglass and hit the Wasteland.
Or you just do Chalice. So
Yeah.
you might play that.
You probably play the Chalice first. I think. Unless you've got to read that he has a Wasteland in hand.
But he would have Wastelanded you last turn if he had it, so...
Mishra's
I
Factory.
mean, I probably would have.
This is interesting.
This is weird.
I don't really like this.
He's gonna...
You
So
can't...
he wants to block
You can't
the
block pump.
ones.
You can't block pump the to kill the Pyromancer, and that's really what the prize is with that.
Maybe the idea is he wants to be able to bump, block pump next turn.
It's not looking good.
No, this is a pretty solid Delver draw.
I think he's one Wasteland away from being totally ruined this game.
Summoning sickness on lands. Just
Tessier
doesn't feel
thinking.
good.
I also
It's
don't
not
like
a land when it's summoning sick.
don't like Mishra's Factory in this deck.
Yeah,
I think it's
Tessier
just-
in the tank. This is the last
This-
match round. What's the
His
terminology?
land base is interesting.
Factory is really
Last
good in the
match.
Steel Snumpy deck
Oh no,
because you
yeah.
can add counters to it, but in this deck it's super awkward.
I mean, the Steel Zombie deck is just a very different deck.
Oh yeah,
right? Like you're just aggro shops without chops.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It turns out it has a
Dismembering
big
the
has a
Delver.
big difference.
Ooh, interesting.
That's defendable. You just
Yeah.
are gonna die to
Get
the
him all
Delver.
stepped out.
You don't have any creatures that fly. You could really only kill it with Ballista
I
otherwise.
mean, I think you just wait and see if
And
what
the
reveal
Wasteland.
actually reveals.
Ooh.
Why not the Cloud Post?
Lets him continue attacking with YP.
Oh my gosh.
He is gonna get run over by these
Steamrolled.
tokens.
What is Michael's hand? Michael has a... Okay, he just played the Cavern of Souls. Mimic. He has a Reality Smasher and Chalice, Sorcerer's Spyglass, and I'm not sure what the last card is.
It's a Thought Knot.
Oh, Thought
Yeah.
Knot's here.
Trade. Immediately trade.
Yeah, just snap that off.
That's the whole reason you played that card.
Jordan has a Deathrite Shaman in hand.
He drew another Delver too.
Oh, and a
Gross.
Delver. We could be moving on to game 2 very quickly here.
Yeah, Mike's like stabilizing. Jordan has Delver, Deathrite. Jesus.
I'm not sure. I don't think Mike's stabilizing here because he's gonna do Deathrite and Delver here.
He just gets to
and-
drain
I
him
didn't
for
know
lethal.
about the other 2 death rates.
Oh.
This is just done.
Although there's only, what, 1 instant or sorcery in a graveyard?
They're also just attackers.
Yeah.
Right?
This is super over.
And if the Delver flips, he's just dead.
Sorceress.
This is
Spyglass.
just
You literally just named death, right? Yeah. To
Just
give
to
yourself a turn.
give yourself an extra turn.
Delver did not flip yet again.
It doesn't make a difference really.
Dude, what are you doing, Jordan?
It doesn't change
Wait,
the
did he
clock.
not
Michael's so
name-
far behind.
Okay, he definitely named death, right?
Yeah, he named Deathrite Shaman. He's not swinging with Deathrites because it doesn't change the clock.
I think you still swing with that.
You still swing with death, right?
Yeah, how does it not change the clock?
Because you still just hit him for 6 next turn.
Yeah. Or no, actually it does because he can only play 1 walker.
Yeah, Jordan kind of was like, "Why didn't I attack?"
I think Jordan just got a game warning for whatever that was.
Excessive celebration.
Probably.
Uh,
They're having a good time.
Jordan in a little disbelief, a little excitement that he won that.
I think because he played no counter magic and no whatever, so it's just like he aped his way through it.
Yep. Did not draw any of his dead cards.
He gets to cut a lot in this matchup.
He's, what did we say before? He's cutting the
Definitely
stifles. What's he bringing in?
Michael can
Oh, what's
have
the list? Can you?
chalice. this
Probably
time.
bringing in 2 of braids.
Oh yeah, definitely bringing in braids.
More
Probably
therapies.
I bring in
more
therapies, edicts.
Edicts come in.
Yeah.
Does it bring in the deluge?
Yeah.
Bring in the price.
Yeah.
That's the
Sure.
progress, yeah.
So he has 6 cards
The
coming in
deluge price.
Liliana of the Last
Edicts,
Hope.
and a
therapies,
braid.
Not
a
too
braid,
good.
so that's 8.
I feel like
I don't want the therapies.
You don't want the therapies?
Yeah.
Liliana of the Last Hope would have been really good if Mike Tessier brought in.
I think therapy's on the play if
Death
he
and
loses
Taxes.
this one.
Sure, but then you have
But-
so much stuff on the play because you want to cut the daisies on the draw, presumably. You could leave him in to tag Chalice if he doesn't have a soul land, I guess.
He's already losing his stifles, so he's got 3 free slots.
Days could be really strong against Eldrazi though, because isn't it like they have the slow?
They
They
have
have
Cavern.
potential slow start.
If they don't have cavern, then
Yeah.
it's better.
Oh, he's taking out
Yeah.
Dazes and Stifles, yeah.
Yeah, those
I mean,
are
that's
those are good cuts.
Point to keep
Correct.
spell pierce.
You keep the Pierce for the turn 1 Chalices.
You can also
'Cause
keep
it's so
it for
backbreaking.
if they have to cast the Allah's Dust in response to something.
They have enough mana to cast all his dust, you're probably losing the game.
Unless
honestly.
they get to the point where it's like, or if you have enough pressure and they have to cast it when they hit 7 mana. I don't know. I think it's a decent card. Potentially good both early and late.
Jordan Stoneface.
Yeah, he could not hide that stone face for long. But now he's back into it.
Getting the sideboard going on.
Yeah.
Getting some water for people.
Yeah.
They've been down there a long time.
Also had all that salty pizza
I know,
before.
right?
It's like, all right, 5 hours, go.
Yeah.
Tessier looks upset. Yes, he does.
That's understandable.
Yeah, Tessier seemed like he really had that last match, and then he
He did.
he punted pretty bad there.
There's like
He
worlds
even-
where
yeah, I
he
guess
loses by not
he
attacking.
knew Jordan's
but,
hand in that position.
He didn't know.
No, he knew-
He knew all but 1 card.
Yeah,
I
he knew
think.
all but 1 card.
Yeah.
No,
It-
you
it
should have known.
definitely
You should have
happens.
known the Snapcaster too.
No, he knew
He knew
because-
the
His
snap and the
Snapcaster-
disenchant.
Right.
And I think he had 3 cards in hand.
Yeah.
Okay, but the other cards,
Not
like, that
super
those were the
relevant.
cards that mattered.
Yeah,
So
no, for sure.
you can't walk into that.
Yeah. Unless he just thought the meddling mage was the snapcaster and got him confused, which would explain the
Possible.
3 as well.
I like the basement battle you put for the location.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. This is quite the rig. This computer.
Yes.
Yeah, this is great.
This is a serious piece of hardware.
Do you guys know Billy Price?
Yeah.
He has a server in his house.
Wow.
In my old office, I had 3 servers.
That's
it was
amazing.
painful. I have noise canceling headphones that couldn't cancel out the noise. I should have contacted Bose and see if they could like do some sound testing in my office.
Craft you something.
Just get the
funny.
frequency set that you need.
Right.
Like, look, your guys does good work for like airplanes and voices, but like
In my new
I need
office,
server.
there's times where it feels too quiet. And
Wow.
then I'm like, I really need the white noise.
Get you like whale songs.
Stoneface or Stoneface.
Two Thorn and Whale in, Ratchet Bomb in.
Alright. Yeah, so Mike Tessier bringing in
Oh, Jordan didn't bring in.
Ratchet Bombs and
He didn't bring in Deluge. It's
some other stuff.
interesting.
This is a matchup that's significantly worse for Eldrazi post with the
Mhm.
posts than it is if you're Eldrazi aggro, because if you're the lower to the ground deck,
You just beat him to death.
you're faster, you have Simian Spirit Guide, you have just
Yeah.
a quicker way to develop your board, and with post you're trying to beat a mid-range blue deck, and this is a tempo deck.
Yeah.
So Wastelands are really, really painful against the post deck.
Yeah, I've noticed the games that I normally win against Post are the games where I have Wastelands in my opener. Online, what's awesome against this deck is usually the online players aren't playing the basic Waste, and they're playing like the super greedy thing with the Glimmer Post.
Mm-hmm.
And online, I don't want to spend money on the Rishodon ports, so I have 4
Ports actually aren't
Wasteland,
that expensive online.
4 Wasteland, and
now.
4 Ghost Quarter.
They went down
And
quite a
it
bit.
feels so beautiful playing against Eldrazi Post.
What are you playing online in that situation?
Oh, I have Goblins.
Oh, okay.
And then against Grixis Delver, it's great too, because it's like they run 6 lands that you can target, and you have 8
Yeah.
lands that can target their lands.
All right, so now the positions are reversed. A few games ago, Jordan's back was against the wall, and now Michael is on 1 game away from elimination.
Last life.
He has to win back-to-back games to take this from Jordan.
Jordan Mulling.
Snack Mulling.
Nice. Think
Tessier
about it.
thinking.
For those of you
Lorne,
tuning in,
Mimic,
thanks for
Two
tuning in.
Posts,
If you're
Dismember,
watching from
Chalice,
Seattle, props to you for staying up till almost midnight.
So he's got.
It's not that big of a deal.
It's really not.
For some
people
of
do
us.
this all the time.
For some of us.
When do you get to work? Aren't you a software dev?
I get to work at 8:20 to 8:40.
Why? Why?
I love my job.
When's the rest of your team
I
get to
won
work?
a long fought
Some of them
like
get there at 7.
3-year battle with my boss to get our 8:30 a.m. scrum moved later, and I finally won.
You guys
Nice.
are crazy.
Oh,
we
they
stand,
moved
we
our-
stand up at 10:30. It's great.
Yeah, our stand-ups are at like 10:30 as well.
Well, now I won the battle, so I don't roll in until 10ish,
Yeah, that's what I want
which is
to get in.
reasonable.
No,
Yeah,
I'm trying to
Mike's
start.
hand's great.
Oh, what's his hand?
He has
Sorry.
Thorn, Mimic, 2 Posts, Dismember, Chalice, Tomb.
Awesome. Yeah. Slam Chalice, Slam Thorn.
Yeah.
And Jordan, okay, Jordan
Do you
does have
slam a
Wasteland.
Thorn first, or you just go for the Chalice?
Either Thorn or Chalice, whichever one you want first is
Yeah.
both really
I
good.
like
You're on the play
Chalice
here,
to
so
turn off
it's-
Delver first.
Well, you're on.
I mean,
the-
you have a
Oh, yeah.
Dismember, though, and you want to... Like, if he's going to force either one. So it's like...
Oh, is that a Bolton hand? Yeah.
Like, if you play the Thorn, then...
Yep, there
Yeah,
you
he just
go.
jams the Chalice.
Just jam. And there's no force.
Oh, that's
Does Jordan
the-
scoop it up?
Jordan.
It's only, like...
Jordan showing that he
20
bottomed.
and change cards.
Bottom to Brainstorm.
Oh...
Does
Alright.
that keep Delver, Bolt,
so
Delver?
Jordan's hand is now 3 dead cards, a Wasteland, and 2
Probably
fetches.
just Wasteland here. Yep,
Yeah.
that's smart.
And you're not doing anything
Tessier
else.
is now going to be able to deploy post, and he'll win this game pretty easily.
Yeah, he's got a Thought Knot as well. Because he gets to Thorn next turn, Thought Knot the turn after that,
Oh, yeah.
and then the game's just over.
Yep. This is a very, very solid hand. He just has to not miss Chalice triggers.
Yes, pretty
That's
much. Jordan will test him.
There you go. Don't miss this.
Yeah, I like how
he's
he.
good.
Yeah, he just was like, no.
I always love how when Jordan does all that stuff,
No.
he makes sure it's like hand the deck or preoccupy his opponent as he's trying to test the triggers.
Yeah, Chalice is weird that way.
I
like
like
that
you're
you
gonna
can-
do a thorn right here.
Or does he play the
I like that
mimic?
you can cast into it.
I feel
It's
like
weird that you can miss the triggers.
I feel like you have to play Thorn here just
Thorn
in case.
this.
Yeah.
Thorn it.
Thorn.
If your opponent
Thorn.
finds a braid off the top, then it messes up. Your
Oh
game.
yeah, there's the thorn.
There we go.
Yeah. So now Jordan can't even cast in a braid here.
Yeah. And then you get the Thought Knot next turn, and you're just super good.
Wait,
Ooh.
what? That's a fine.
Gurmag.
Was that off the top?
Yeah.
That was a sick rip.
Oh, and Jordan has True Name Nemesis in hand.
Wow.
Oh, God.
Okay, so he's
That
not.
would be insane.
Alright, so he's
Okay,
not
yeah,
dead.
Just dismember this.
Dismember the.
I mean, this is why you play it.
Oh, he still has to pay. Did he pay extra?
Yeah,
He must have
the.
paid extra.
Yeah,
taps
he,
for 2.
His land taps for 2. Then he
And
taps
off
that
the
one for 2.
top.
What's going on? He forgot
He's,
to shuffle,
He's shuffling.
or he forgot to allow the card.
Jordan fetched.
Yeah.
Oh, was that-
Diabolic Edict.
Awkward spot.
Not
Does he
quite
have another
enough.
land?
No, he needs to find the line for the True Name.
Ugh. He's got a bunch of
Tessier has Thought Knots. Ooh boy, this is gonna take the True Name,
Yeah. He really
and you
needed a
get
land
to
there.
hit for 4 with the Mimic.
Did he announce the trigger?
Yeah, he pointed at it. Jordan's like, yeah, you're good, mate.
smacking me for 4. I mean, this is obviously easy. Just grab True Name. Yep. The Edict doesn't matter when you have another creature.
You have a mimic that you can sack to it if you need to.
Well, it depends on how greedy. Tessie is.
Eldrazi doesn't really
Oh, yeah,
deal
True Name.
with True Name. So that should be RFG'd if that's the... That looks like it's in the graveyard. Because that's on top of the Angler, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh,
Yeah,
there
there
we
we
go.
go.
Exile.
good catch.
Can Pyromancer
Young
here.
peasy.
That's something.
That's a
You can start
reasonable
throwing
top
these
deck.
one-cost spells into trumpers.
The issue is they're 2-cost spells that don't really get him anything.
In the game 4 life.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
It's going to be able to exile. That costs 1 more. There we go.
There we are.
That's also exiled, though. Instead of graveyard.
Yeah, I don't think Jordan's played against a ton of Warping Whale. Oh, he drew an eye too.
Yeah, there we go.
This is
Yeah, it's a scoop.
Yeah.
yeah, and that's why you play the Eldrazi deck.
Alright, and now we're on to
Yep.
the last and final.
They've
Last
drawn
one,
it
last
out.
game.
That was a little more competitive based on Jordan's hand. But that was almost ideal for...
Tessier singing and dancing.
I wouldn't sing and dance yet because it's way harder on the draw.
Yeah.
He's very likely to just lose this
He's
contest.
just gonna get dazed. whatever's
I've
played.
played this matchup a lot, and it's not super great. When you're on the draw, it's really dicey.
Delver's a scary deck. Like, sometimes they just go like Delver, daze you, pierce you, you're
Wasteland
dead.
you,
Yeah.
yeah.
There's a reason it's one of the best performing decks and one of the most played right now.
We don't see it a whole lot around here.
Oh,
Grixis
draws it.
Delver.
Grixis.
Still. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We see but that's probably because
Everybody's
of
playing, like,
check
mid-range
pile and
control.
stuff.
Yeah,
We have a
everyone's-
lot of good like blue control players in the area.
Yeah, everyone
and that's
still
a rough
has
matchup.
check pile, and a lot of our players really love miracles and want miracles to come back.
Right. I think in other areas you would be more inclined to see those players gravitate toward Grixis Delver, and here they just like, oh, we're gonna beat up on Delver.
I didn't
Yeah.
personally.
There's a
I didn't
much
think we were
higher
gonna get
number
this
of
far.
Lance
I thought
players,
someone was
too.
gonna either win like in 3 or in 4.
Well, it looked like
Yeah.
Jordan was gonna get dunked on,
yeah.
And
and then it swung back
Yeah.
when Merfolk didn't get it done, or Merfolk got it done, but Eldrazi didn't get it done
Right.
against the Stoneforge deck.
Yeah.
I thought Eldrazi
Which
was gonna,
that was
yeah.
like, I mean, that's the easiest matchup among these sets.
Right.
So
Yeah, because it doesn't have the clock to really put you under pressure.
also it was just surprising for Jordan to get there with Sneak and Show, because that was like, why would you announce that you're gonna just play this deck again right out
so
of the
they ended up
gates?
just playing like not doing deck swaps, which was weird. Which I don't know if they like agreed to that before.
No, I think it's
I don't
just a
think they
strategy
did,
they
and they
agreed
just
on.
ended
Because
up
it's kind of like
doing it.
if you wind up doing that, your opponent knows their next deck and they know what they have to mull to and what answers they have in that deck for a deck you've already shown.
I will 100% tell you, if I do one of these, I'm gonna bring 3 boxes. They're gonna be
same
exactly
box.
the same, and they're gonna have all the sleeves that look exactly the same, and you're not gonna know what I'm switching
oh, yeah,
to.
No, obviously.
I once did one of these informally, and I took the deck out of the box under a table, put a different deck in, put the box back on the table, and my opponent thought I was playing the same deck, and I was playing a different deck.
Yeah.
So it's
You're just gonna have a bag, and every time you're just gonna put the
you
thing in the bag,
gotta make
pull out the
them
same
wonder.
thing.
I mean, it's super. It's a big advantage.
It's a
if
next
your
level
opponent
game,
thinks-
and if
yeah,
you aren't
like,
playing that, then
last 1K, I switched decks morning of, and both my first 2 round opponents thought I was on lands and kept
Right.
things that were horrible in the matchup.
oh
I
yeah,
was so sad you weren't online.
I know, it was great. He was one of them.
I like-
The hearty handshake.
Yeah.
I mean, people are gonna be amazed when I stop playing Sneak and Show.
Yeah, no one's
It's gonna
expect
throw
it.
everyone off.
all right. Well, there you go. There's your like World Series Game 7 right here.
Yeah.
I'm really shocked. Like,
Hopefully neither of them moles.
Jeremy's alpha competitor.
I want to see Brian Bennett versus Jeremy
maybe.
Edwards.
Ooh.
That'd be like a.
Ooh, you know what I can say right now, is if we
Brian's
do that,
record is very good against me historically.
it is. It is. But I can also switch into the no combo game plan and see how Jeremy reacts.
Brian has a lot of decks. I have a lot of decks as well. So
Yeah.
A lot
the
of next
field
leveling.
would be deep.
Yeah. A lot of people with a lot of
It'll
decks
be
as
like
well.
it'll be like goblins versus high tide.
No, I wouldn't play either of those decks.
I was.
You
I
wanna play
think
goblins.
the first time I played against Brian,
I'd be more likely to play goblins than high
What is
tide,
it?
but
Yeah.
I'm not a fan.
Jeremy won the previous month's 1K with Enchantress, and then I showed up to
Oh
like a
my God.
Thursday weekly, and Brian Bennett showed up with like Enchantress at it.
Oh jeez.
And I thought the deck was unbeatable because I think you got like
I think-
solitary confinement out followed
I'm
by
actually about to get Delvered.
two Sterling Groves, and I was like, how does anyone deal with this? And then I went and bought the deck and found out how people deal with it.
I don't even play Sterling
Still
Grove.
good.
I haven't played Sterling Grove in like 5 years.
Yeah, I started to build the deck out. Then I saw Jeremy with it. I'm like, all right, I'll actually finish putting it together.
It's a fun deck.
It's an occasional deck.
Yeah.
I think that's where it's best. Also, you really have to read.
Ooh.
That's
wow,
a good starting
that's a
hand.
disgusting hand on the play.
I know.
That's
the only way that's better is the Death Rights of Delver.
I think
Yeah.
you if the Deathrite had an addition of a Delver, then that's like
Oh yeah,
the
that's
best.
just
But you're gonna be
yeah.
smashing
If
here.
either of the creatures is a Delver, like
And Mike Tessier is gonna have turn 1 Cavern of Souls.
it doesn't matter. The days is
It's-
more important just for the chalice.
I guess that's true.
Wasteland
yeah.
also just gets rid of that.
Crushing you.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
any land drop is just getting
You really don't
wastelanded.
want turn 1 Cavern. You want turn 1 Soul Land.
Yeah, and you want to
You want Cavern on like 3.
probably have Warping Whale be your
So wait,
leading
what's
spell.
What's our pull at as we go into the final round?
We have a poll.
I don't even
Yeah.
know if people.
It's in
We're still voting
opening
on
Google
that.
Chrome. Yeah, that one.
This one?
Yes, and then switch tabs.
Refresh.
I think it auto refreshes.
Yeah.
That's close.
21
It's 11
votes.
to 10.
Kind of crazy because when we started, Jordan was in the lead, and then Mike Tessier one game won, and then Mike Tessier was in the lead for the longest time,
Well,
and now it's roughly equal.
Jordan's like 90% to win this with that
Oh,
hand
yeah.
on the play.
Yeah.
That's like a
That's
disgusting
true. He
hand.
just has the.
Oh,
And his
Mike
opponent
mulls
is
to
mulling
5.
again.
This is awful.
Yeah, this is pretty.
It's
This is not looking good.
Jordan's just
gonna
gonna
go,
keep his
alright,
streak
so
alive.
Jeremy, what are we gonna play? We're gonna
You can.
we're gonna.
All right, let's think about this. Is
Alright,
there a
something
hand?
that's changing Mephistopheles.
Is there a hand on 5 that Mike can win this
Against
with?
Enchantress, that's really good.
Mike needs to have 3 lands. One has to
Okay.
be a soul land, and he has to have
A bunch of creatures to top
2
that.
warping whales. I think. Are those? I think he has 2 warping whales in his 75, so he has to have both warping
so.
whales to answer Jordan's board.
Jordan doesn't
So
have
he
a
has
fast...
to Warping Whale, Fortune
So
of Days.
Jordan will wasteland
Warping
him.
Whale again.
Right. Jordan will wasteland him. He has to have land so he can top deck into action, and then he has to
Jordan-
top deck
Jordan
into
doesn't have
better
a fast
creatures.
clock, though.
He has a turn 2 true name.
Not if he
Assuming he doesn't
he
have
has
the
to
days.
days, though.
If there's a chalice.
Oh, yeah.
All he has to days is a chalice or a.
Just let me say Mike
Warping
has a
Whale.
chance.
It's less
It's-
than
it's
10%.
Very small.
Less than 10%.
And Jordan could also just draw nothing but lands from here, and he probably still wins, honestly. But
Also, it's rough that Mike's lands deal damage to him because if
Yeah.
Jordan resolves the true name, then it's just like you can't kill it, so you have to race it, and you can't race it if you're behind.
See, I think
Yeah.
this is part of the reason why I don't like Eldrazi Post, is there's just so many times where you have to aggressively maul, and I don't like decks that are stuck in that.
Thank you. Oh, that's nice for subscribing.
oh,
Oh yeah, thank you. Jordan can't be here right now because he's playing Magic.
But,
If
I'm
he
sure
were here, he'd
Reshaper,
thank you
Mimic,
too.
Ballista, Waste Temple.
Oh.
Oh, there's a Mimic, and it didn't get dazed, so
No, that's not worth dazing. cut
Jordan is
yourself
probably
off.
gonna wasteland here. Nope.
No, you play the turn 2 true name,
All right.
and then you waste him next turn.
I feel like that's, I don't know. I would have wastelanded there and then played.
You're still gonna win.
I think this is less good. I would take away
he
the
had
land.
the Delver, right? He just top decked the Delver.
on the mold of 5, I agree.
Because this
Yeah,
is
he
like a
did just draw
situation
the
where
Yeah, I feel Delver is just as good.
So you did he draw Delver?
Yeah.
He
Oh.
just stopped there.
Oh, then
I
you
would've-
definitely waste.
Yeah, I
Sorry.
would have wasted and. Yeah, because Mike Tessier has a Mimic and
He
sorry,
has
Reshaper and Ballista in hand, and a basic waste.
So I mean, I guess maybe the idea is you can daze something, but you can't daze that.
No, you can, because you can only use the mana for Eldrazi.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Days.
Yeah, and Jordan spotting it and double checking. Yeah, it's probably what he asked Mike. Was like, "Can you read Temple to me?"
Choosing which ones to return.
Yeah.
It can be a tough decision.
it's an interesting play. I don't think I've ever seen a reality
I think he
matter
does-
shaper get dazed.
He does that because
It's
if he
weird.
wastelands here, he can still exile with Deathray, where the Volcanic Island doesn't
Yeah.
allow it.
Yeah. Now I
Yeah.
think you just waste him and start jamming.
Yeah.
Definitely. Come on, Jordan. Easy line.
Question is, do you play the Delver? Or do
Yeah,
you, just drain?
you just play the Delver.
Yeah.
Oh,
you want-
no.
What is he
Wow.
doing? Delver.
Delver,
Oh,
Delver.
Okay, so he has 2
okay.
Delvers. That was his
no,
other
this is
card.
fine. Yeah.
Still fine.
I mean, he's got. If they flip, it's a 2-turn clock.
But he could
right?
have wastelanded and then cast the Delver with the Deathrite, because he didn't swing with Deathrite.
Yeah,
So what's Deathrite doing?
nothing.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So now Mike needs to hit Ratchet Bomb.
And another daze.
That's a
Brutal.
yeah.
Double days.
Getting double.
Jordan knows it
Jordan
now.
just
Look at
wants it to
that.
flip. Yeah. Like one time.
You don't
Blind
even
flip.
need it to flip, dude.
I know.
Prayer for flip.
You're just
You're just gonna
destroying
win.
your opponent.
Chat, if you're watching, send your energy. Send good vibes.
Some good vibes.
Blind flip.
It's flipping.
That's it.
No.
Aw.
No.
I
You got
drew a
one.
land.
Yeah.
It's a fetch.
Oh, there's a wasteland.
Yeah, just tag that.
True name's gonna
In for 3.
probably come in.
Yeah, you certainly attack with true name, right?
Or maybe you just hold off and drain, and then flip and attack for like 9 next turn.
So what's the concern? He plays like a smasher, and
But,
the clock
that's
gets
not a-
awkward.
I
That's
don't know.
not
He
a-
has to have another double land
And
a smasher. It's really unlikely.
I guess, what is it?
Jordan might be going through the math right now.
Jordan's trying to...
Oh,
I don't like that.
That is.
That's super
Highly
super
questionable.
unnecessary.
That changes the clock.
Why would you
right?
not just like flip your Delver the next turn and
That's-
win?
He's got no guarantee that he's gonna flip it.
That doesn't
and
change the
he's
clock,
probably
though.
afraid
This
of
deck is
smasher.
built to flip it though.
I
Like,
know. I
you can't
agree
make
with
that
you.
play.
I'm trying to like figure out Jordan's play.
Oof.
See, I didn't like Jordan.
Now we're gonna kill both of these Delvers.
I mean, it's still gotta deal with the true name.
I think you still just lose the true name, but it's not.
This game's way closer than it should
This
be.
was gonna be a runaway, and now it's not a
Yeah.
runaway.
Like, what is he
so-
drawing here? If it would have flipped, I feel like that's a big mistake.
He doesn't know what he's drawing.
Oh no, but I mean, what did he draw?
He
Drew
did
at
the
either
UC.
C, so
Oh.
it wouldn't have flipped, but
Okay.
it's still correct to assume it's gonna flip.
Yeah. Another
Mimic.
mimic.
All right, Mike's out of cards, so he's just
Down
dead.
to 6.
He's top decking. He's got.
I don't think he has.
Is that 6 or 8?
He has
He's at 6.
6, so he has to
He's
have.
on a turn.
He has to hit land all his dust.
He's still just dead to that,
No,
right?
he's
yeah.
down
He
to
has
3.
2 draws.
Yeah.
All right, well he's on a no outer then.
Yeah. Wait, attack with both?
There's nothing in the graveyard for Death Rites.
Oh, okay.
And Jordan
sure.
hasn't top decked any sorceries. A wasteland.
Yeah, now all his
Oh,
dust is
now
off
already.
the table.
Oh no, the wasteland was just in his graveyard, I think.
Yeah,
Thought
but not.
not. Tessier.
Yeah, he's just dead.
There's dead.
He has.
Whew.
Still got these.
So
Jordan
the
takes
true
it
name
down.
nemesis that were
Yeah.
so good in
I
the
get that card. So
That's
Merfolk
gotta-
match that won it for him.
That's gotta feel
Now
so
is
awkward in Mike
his
Tessier's
undoing.
yeah.
Oh.
Mike Tessier.
Let's just ban
Should've
true name and be
had-
done with it. It was clearly the most powerful card in
Agreed.
these matchups.
Yeah. They played pretty fair decks, other than Showdown.
Other than Sneak and Show,
Yeah.
like True Name was just the best card in all of these matchups.
I mean, that's what happens when you're playing Fair Magic. The thing that has basically Super Shroud.
So Jordan takes it down, defending his
Close
stream.
games, though.
Yeah, that was.
Except for that game.
That game was not. And the game right before that.
Bum,
Yeah.
Oh
That
man.
last match was a great.
Keep on fighting till the end. Bum, bum,
You're
bum.
blowing out everyone's
We
horizons,
are
speakers.
the champions. We are the champions. No